Right.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I had to hold it for an extra beat longer. You have just tuned in to the iDads podcast. I'm your host, Matt, with my co-host, Erik Alvarez. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for subscribing. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button. Do whatever you got to do to follow these two beautiful, beautiful faces that we have here for you. Again, I'm your host, Matt, with my co-host Erik. 4th of July, we survived it, brother. I got all 10 my digits. Let me see. Finger check. Finger check. Oh, wait, I only saw 9, dude. I got scared for a second. I saw that meme going around. You know, hey, this is gonna be some guy's last 4th of July with 10 fingers. And I just thought that was hilarious because it's true, man. Some of those fireworks are no joke. Like, they'll take your finger and then some.
I know it was like a war zone over here. I mean, you're over there sitting watching TV and all you hear is just loud bangs. Like, man, what? Drop a bomb? Or I mean, jeez.
Or you're over on
just
the
imagine
south side.
catching one on your finger.
You're over on the south side. They don't mess around. They do not mess around.
Yeah.
You know, and it was extra bad this year because looking around, if you're tuning in to the iDads podcast, us two knuckleheads are located in the San Francisco Bay Area. But here in Santa Clara County, there was no firework displays. There was no firework shows. There was nothing. If you wanted to go see a professional firework performance, you were going to have to go to like Gilroy, Morgan Hill, neighboring towns, Frisco, something like that. And that made it extra bad for illegal fireworks. I think it just, it exacerbated the problem. It was bad because everybody had the illegals this year. It seemed like I didn't have no illegals. We didn't, for us, 4th of July, we watched some of the illegals, you know, out the window of the house.
Stop saying illegals, bro. Making me uncomfortable here.
Whoa, man. Hey. Hey. Okay, well, what do we call them then?
No, they're illegal fireworks. No,
illegal fireworks. Actually, I was in. What are they? The prohibitionists of fireworks.
I mean, there you go. Something. Just change that word, dude.
The illegals. You don't
scares
like
me, man.
Bro, you're a little sensitive, and you shouldn't. You got me as a friend. You got nothing to worry about. You got nothing to worry about, brother.
That's why I wear green, bro.
All right. I see you.
The green card, bro.
You're stupid.
I actually was in Stockton over the 4th of July weekend.
So you got to see some of the that's not it's not illegal. That's just fireworks. You got to see at home fireworks. That's dope.
It was awesome. But you know what? This year I didn't get close to the fireworks. Today, you know, it was those days we went out to the front yard. You know, everybody was out there in their front, you know, in the street, just, you know, letting the fireworks go. And I just sat back and really just enjoyed the show. I mean, I didn't really get involved. And usually I'm the one that's, you know, in the mix, you know, just lighting up.
Designated lighter dad. Are you the designated lighter dad?
It's the one that's with the lighter there, you know, showing the youngsters how to light up a firework. So, you know, but this time I just kind of sat back and just, you know, enjoyed. I don't know if I'm getting older or I don't know what's going on, man, but.
Yo, we got our boy Brandon on the live, and he said, he said, if you wanted to see some fireworks, you should have come over to the east side. And Brandon, you're right, dude. I do not doubt that the east side probably had the best firework performance anywhere. And I watched some of New York's firework performance, you know, over the Hudson. I bet you the east side had that beat. And I saw what Brandon was working with on his own firework game, and he's no slouch. And so if he's over there on the east side, he was holding it down. So shout out to the east side, San Jose. Your firework game was on point. We won't call them illegals. We'll just say your firework game was on point.
Exactly. Thank you.
He go, I thought I was in Call of Duty. Yo, I saved. Listen, I was a hero over 4th of July. I was a legit hero. Um, I mean, fireworks, they bother every dog, right? So dogs go crazy.
Yeah.
And my neighbor's dog, no different, got out, and I caught it out in the middle of the street, at 9 o'clock at night when it's dark, and I saw their dog, and I called it over, and I grabbed it, threw it in my backyard. And then 5 minutes later, I see the neighbor coming down on his kid's bike, right? And he's just pedaling this tiny little bike. Hey man, you see my dog? I'm like, yo, it's over here. So I saved the dog. And then behind my house caught on fire. The lot right behind my house caught on fire, and I stood there and watched the firework go off, and the beautiful display that it gave us. And then 5 minutes later, I see that area starting to catch on fire, and so I called 911, and the fire department came and saved the day. And so while the
really
firefighters are true, genuine heroes, I was myself a hero this 4th of July.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was coming.
iDads, bro. I was coming with that question.
iDads holding it down. So, if you want to give me that label hero, as uncomfortable as it makes me feel, because there are some real true heroes out there, I'll take it, man. I saved a dog, and I saved multiple houses from catching on fire. So you're welcome.
So did you go out there with a fire blanket? Did you put some dirt
on
the
fire? I was about to hop that fence, take my shirt off, and just
take my shirt off.
Put that thing out, man. But I didn't want to trespass, and I figured it was probably best to let the professionals handle it. And so I did what any good citizen would do, and I just dialed that good old 911.
You're a good man. You're a good man, man.
And 911, dude, all they wanted to know is, do you see anybody? Is anybody out? They wanted to catch them. That's all. I was like, yo, it's on fire. Are you sending anybody for the fire? And they're like, do you see anybody? Was there anybody there? Is there anybody running right now? Do you see them? I'm like, no, I don't see anybody. I just saw fireworks, and now I see a fire.
I just see the fire spreading, though.
Yeah, it was going out and coming back and going out and coming back. I waited a while to call because I was like, oh, it'll go out on its own. And then it never did. So I'm a hero.
No, you deserve it. Hey, you're the 4th of July hero.
4th of July hero, and I have all my fingers. So as a dad, I win.
If any of our subscribers want to send a Medal of Honor to Matt Wise, feel free.
Hey, DM us on socials. I'll give you the mailing address.
4th of July medal.
See, even Gucci, even Brandon, the Facebook Live, he says I'm a hero. Brandon, I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you, brother, for your support. It really does mean the world to us, man.
Tell Brandon don't go and tattooing your face on his body. You're a hero, but not hey, there's levels.
There are levels to this, but I was 2 for 2. Eric, how many dogs did you save on 4th of July? I'll wait.
Can't even save my own. The cataract guy,
Poor Bella. Poor Bella, dude. We still need to start that GoFundMe for Bella in that eye. Okay, Eric. So no dogs. Hey, Eric, how many fires did you call in to the fire department on 4th
How many
of July?
fires?
I'll wait.
No, I didn't. This 4th of July was me sitting back with a beer in my hand.
What a loser.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You didn't even contribute to the festivities by being the parental lighter, the dad lighter.
That's called my independence. It's me just detaching from everybody else and sitting in the lawn chair and just sitting there watching the fireworks. That was my independence.
Hey, there you go, man. Everybody does it differently. And more power to you. However you did it, you did it.
Yeah. No, we had a really good time.
And you survived, and you have all your fingers. So it's good, man. So we survived 4th of July. That's good.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, well, I spent it with my brother-in-law. So I just want to give out a shout out to JR Del Ranch. He's got his own YouTube page. Hit him up, JR Del Ranch. I was trying to see how much people he can pull to our page So
Oh,
we'll
we're
see
doing a little
after the
cross
show.
promoting. Hey, JR Del Ranch, what's
JR
up?
Del Ranch. So he's got a
First
little
of
singing
all,
page there. So
first of all, that's a dope hat. Okay.
yeah,
Second of all,
a good
shout
gift.
out JR Del Ranch. Go check him out on YouTube. I'm
Yep.
telling you, we're all about supporting one another here. We're all about supporting other dads, supporting other dudes, supporting moms, supporting whoever, man. You need support? We got you. We got you.
100%.
JR Del Ranch, shout out. Go check out the YouTube. But hey, JR Del Ranch. Hey, Eric's brother-in-law. How about two hats? How about
Right?
two hats? There's two guys on this podcast, and that's a dope hat. I would sport that thing like I'm repping my hat tonight. I'm repping my boy's hat tonight. Wrestler
Yeah.
Nation, shout out, Wrestler Nation clothing line.
Wrestling Nation. Ooh,
So
cool.
listen, I support it. I rep it.
Where's my hat?
I got
Let
you.
him know.
I
Okay.
got you. You want a Wrestler Nation hat? I got you. I got you for real. So JR Del Ranch, step your game up and just one extra hat, man. So
That's all we ask.
so Matt can represent JR Del Ranch. Go check him out on YouTube.
Awesome. So that's how my weekend went. It was pretty much spend it with family. And like I
That's
said,
the
my
way to do
independence
it.
was
That's the way to do it. We've been caged animals for so long. It's so nice to get out and see family and spend
yeah.
time with other people and see smiles now
Yeah.
with some masks off. Um, man, it's good. It really is good. So I'm
That
glad you got to spend it with some family.
yeah, no, it's I mean, with the with the work week and everything opening up, it's just like, oh man, it was so busy. I was just exhausted for 4th of July. I was looking forward to just kind of just relax and
Just kicking
just
back and
spend
relaxing.
kick
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And then see now this is causing conflicts in my household. As
Mhm.
life is getting busy again. Is we had Monday off work, so took the kids to the beach. That's what you do. You live here in
Yeah.
California, you live in the Bay Area. The beach is close. Go to the beach. So I took the kids and the wife to the beach on Monday. Had a great time. Rode some bikes. Did the
Yeah.
family thing, and it was great. Don't It was great. Okay. And then Tuesdays, just the normal Tuesday, you got work, and then I volunteered at Little League to help out. So then after work, I got Little League, and then today's Wednesday and work, and then Little League again today, and then recording a podcast, which are all things that I enjoy, but my wife is not happy about it all right now. Like my schedule is way too busy because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
Neither one of us. She's not used to it. I'm not used to it. Um, and it takes some adjusting, and that is difficult, and that's a transitional period that we're in now as parents, as dads, is transitioning back to kind of a normal life. Um and I'll tell you, it's exhausting.
No, I mean, you get all these invites too over the weekend. You got to get together over here. You got to go this way, that way. It's just, I mean, now it's just going back to coordinating with your wife. It's like, okay, where are we going? What are we doing?
Yeah,
It's just
birthday
there's so many things
parties,
going on. Yeah, yeah,
vacations, uh,
yes,
you know, everything. I got to have a funeral coming up, weddings, like everything's coming up, man. And it's
yeah,
and it's great. It's beautiful. Like I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
yeah,
But it's a different challenge that
yeah,
we're not used to, because we're coming out of a period where we've had an abundance of time with our families and with one another.
yeah.
So I don't know how my wife's going to feel about softball practice tomorrow after work. Because that's 3 days in a row that I am MIA. And I get it. Like I get it for her from her perspective, is like she's home all day with the
Yeah,
kids. Then I come home from work, I say hi, and then I'm out the door again, and then she's with the kids till I get home or putting them to bed. So I get it. I get it. Shout out to my wife. for holding it down and for putting up with this insanity.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel you, man. I just, like I was talking to you, I don't know. I told you about my daughter, my 3-year-old, just going, having a little fever these past few days. And my wife, as a dad, you try to do the best you can, give her the, the Tylenol, give her a little juice, try to take care of her, trying to calm down her, bring down her temperature down. And all that stuff is just, but as a dad, you're just limited. My daughter's at a point where I need mom, you know, I need mom. And my wife works, so she had to take some days off. And it's not because dad can't handle it. It's just that my daughter at that point, every time she feels that way, she needs mom. And I'm like, I'm here. I'll hug you too. I can do what mommy does, but it's not the same.
It's not.
And
It
it's
really
and
isn't.
it's
And you know what? To be honest with you, I can't do what mommy does.
yeah, no.
Mommy is way more patient, way more
Yeah,
just wired for that situation.
yeah,
Mommy's a star. Mommy's a
yeah.
superstar. Like, so in those situations, like it is heartbreaking as a dad because you want to be the go-to guy.
Right?
But honestly, you don't want it in those situations
Yeah,
because those situations you can't do anything. Those are the worst situations.
yeah.
You can't do anything about it.
But
You're
your hands are
so
tied.
vulnerable to whatever it is that's going on. I mean, there was times that watching my kids sick, like where you're like, I would do anything to take away their pain, right?
Yes.
And you can't. And so in those situations, it's best to send them to mommy because you know, she can do what you can't, and that's just kind of nurture and
Yeah.
love them through it, you know.
Yeah, no, they definitely need the mom, and that's kind of what, with our society now, that women, they work now, working moms. I kind of feel them, it's like some of the employers, they demand or require of you being at work, most of the days and stuff like that.
Right.
And coming from a holiday and missing some days, it's a little challenging. Just not, just just missing a couple of days from work. I mean, it's a little challenging. And from women that are out there working, I mean, as iDads, we understand you. And and this is just kind of want to give a shout out to all the working mothers that, when you do have a sick child, that you got to take some time off and attend to your child. And hopefully all the employers understand that, it's a little bit different. Even though you're the dad, you can do as much as you can, but there's always that attachment to, your child is to their mom. And especially in those situations when they're sick, they need mommy time.
Absolutely. Nothing cures
Mhm.
your wounds and ailments like culling with mommy. Nothing.
Tell me about it.
uh, Nothing.
I feel
um
sick. I call my mom.
Now I haven't had a good cuddle with my mommy in a while. um One, because it's a little awkward. Like, how do you cuddle something so big? And then it's like she's always like, "Oh, you're crushing me. Get off me.
You're crushing.
I can't breathe,"
I can't feel my legs.
or it's like, "Hey, mom, where'd you go?" Like she's, so, it hasn't, but yeah, but mommies, there's just something special, and shout
Yeah,
out to all the moms out there. Shout out to the dads out there
yeah,
playing that role. I know a couple great guys that are mom and dad and that are playing that role as mom, and shout out to you guys, man.
yeah,
That is a tough task and a tall order.
yeah.
And I'm meeting, because of this podcast, I'm meeting more and more people through this podcast that are like,
Right.
hey man, I'm a single dad, or I'm a single mom, so
Yeah,
I'm a dad too, or uh you know whatever. And it's awesome, man. Like, hey, I'm a dad that we've been looking into adoption, or we looked into adoption, or we can't have kids, or
yeah,
whatever it is, and they've identified with something. And dude, that's awesome, man. Like, I've really enjoyed those conversations, and they've come from people that I never would have expected,
right.
that have listened to our podcast, listen to our ramblings and our
Yeah.
stupid stories and our just being goofy. Um, but I really do think it's doing some good. Like, I think it's a positive thing for some people, and I hope it is.
No,
At least
it
that's the
is.
goal.
It is. It is. I mean, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Like I said, I got a few people that I'm going to kind of send over to you because you're the expert in the adoption field. And there's a few people that came up to me that, I mean, like you said, just surprised that they're actually, you know, going through something like that. So, so I'll be sending them your way.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like, this is gaining traction, whatever this is. And I told you, like, whatever it is, it is. Like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not
Yeah.
overly stressed of it. But this is gaining traction, and we're
Yeah.
getting good feedback from people. We're getting people like, hey, man, I want to be on the show.
Right.
Like, when can I be on? And I'm getting, and I love that, dude. Like, hey,
Yeah.
shout out anybody out there wants to be on the show, hit me up. Like, not saying it'll happen right away, but I'm compiling a list because I think it's great, man. I think we can all learn from one another and we can learn from other people. And I think that's just a beautiful thing. And if I could facilitate that or be a part of that in any way, like I'm all on board because I think that the world just needs more positive and good vibes and encouragement and goodness out there. Uh, because for goodness sakes, buildings are just falling down for no reason.
Oh yeah. Yeesh.
You know,
Speak of that.
um, and we've come out of a pandemic where people were dying left and right.
Yeah.
People we know, people and um, this world there needs to be more positivity, and we need to all band together. No matter what our differences may be, we don't have to agree on everything. Eric and I don't agree on everything. I
No.
don't agree on Eric's choice of shirt color, but hey, it is
It's
what it
green.
is. It's green. It's puke green,
It's
and
para la
so
green card.
it's pea green. So hey, man, like it is what it is. So yo, appreciate all the support. Appreciate all everyone listening, watching, the encouragement. Um, yo, if you've watched or you're watching, like I know you're out there, so hit the subscribe button because we know you're out there. We know you're watching. Hit the subscribe button so that you can follow us and help us out, and then share it with your friends. Like if it's good stuff, good information, like share it with your friends. Put it out there. Hey, check this episode out. Check these guys out. Check these knuckleheads out. Check this,
They got dad hacks. They got them. They got them.
you know, share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Tag us on social media. Let's blow this thing up because I think it's good stuff for everyone. And I know that for me, I've gained a lot from it and gained some good connections with people
Yes.
and that's awesome. I love it. And I love encouraging people and I love seeing dads be dads, whether it's good or bad or whatever. Like I just love dads being dads. And that's what I've been loving about Little League is just being surrounded by a bunch of other dads and parents that
Right.
just are pouring everything they have into their children and just being parents and being dads. I think it's just an awesome thing. And I encourage them all uh, any way I can.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's
You're a good
awesome.
man.
We're getting
You're a
traction,
good
bro.
man.
We're taking off to the moon, to the
We're
moon,
taking off.
to the moon,
We're definitely gonna get. We're definitely taking off. I
just like
see it.
AMC. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Don't start with the
Just like
Bitcoin
AMC to the moon,
to the moon.
Robin Hood to the moon.
Robin.
Listen, and I've already, I told you, I've had a couple people hit us up for like some sponsorship stuff
Yeah.
already. And I just kind of been blowing it off. I haven't really put much. So, it is what it is. Like, um, I'm not in it to be a
Not ready
millionaire.
yet, right?
Huh?
No, if it doesn't have to do with dad stuff, then yeah, hopefully it
Just
does.
being a
If there's any
dad, like,
sponsors out there,
yo, hey, it don't matter. Like like I said last time, and I'll say it over and over again, like if one person can gain anything, positive, and it could just, bring a smile to their face for a moment, it's worth it to me.
Yeah.
And I live my life in a way that like I put myself out there, pretty far. Like this is putting yourself out there pretty far, talking about your life and just talking like you have something important to say, which I don't. Not saying I do. Well, I do, but not much. And you're just putting yourself out there because I just live my life like I want to be transparent, I want to be real, I want to be true to who I am.
Yeah.
And at this point in my life, I want to encourage others and encourage dads, and that's just where I'm at, man.
No, I mean, and you know, we make mistakes. I mean, we're just average dads. I mean, we know, you know, we're all gonna make mistakes. We're not gonna all raise our kids perfectly, and you know, and we're just out here, you know, giving the information out and just, you know, giving a piece of us as well too. You know, giving it to our audience too as well, showing
Absolutely,
them
because
that we're dads, man. I mean,
absolutely, and we don't have it all together, right?
no,
I mean, we
nah.
don't make all the right
But you know,
decisions.
there's a saying that says we don't. There's a saying that says we don't have it all together, but together we have it all, Matt.
Oh wow, dude!
Let's be a new.
Wow, that could be the title of the show. That could be the title of this show. Episode 12. We don't have it all together, but we
But
are
together
together.
we
Is that what
have.
it is? Together we're what is
But together we have it all.
together we have it all. That is beautiful, man. You know what?
So poetic, huh?
Someone grab me a tissue. A little tear coming.
Yeah, a little tea.
That was beautiful, man. Hey, you know what? Cheesy's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with cheesy. I'll throw out we'll get our social media manager to throw out a post, and we'll start that hashtag. We'll see if that hashtag starts trending.
All right, let's do it.
That was good. You know, and talking about, you know, being dads and just, you know, you were talking about like you got some dad life hacks.
Yes.
Well, I got some dad fails. I got a dad fail here for you.
Okay.
So, you know, we've been talking about how busy our lives have gotten and how they're continually getting busy, right?
Yes.
And as parents, you know, sometimes you run out a little bit of steam. And I forget what it was what night it was, but it was one of the nights during the week. And the wife and I were beat, and we were just hanging out in the room watching TV. The kids were playing out in the other room, and we both passed out and fell asleep. I mean, it was probably 6:00, right?
Yeah.
And we both woke up, you know, probably around 10 or 11 at night, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, where are the kids?" And so we go out into the living room, and the kids were watching a movie, and they had fallen asleep. And I was like, "Oh, cool, they put themselves to bed." But then my wife and I were concerned because we're like, "Did you make dinner?" I was like, "No, I didn't make dinner." I was like, "Well, I know I didn't make dinner. How did these kids eat?" Because we had lunch at like 11:00 that day, and it's now, you know, it was 6:00 when we fell asleep, and we hadn't eaten dinner yet. We were about to figure out what we were gonna do for dinner. So as we're going in the living room and see the kids sleeping, we're looking around, and this is how bad we are as parents. Our kids, the way they survived that night, the single solitary reason why their bodies made it through the night was because they had eaten a bag of garlic croutons and I believe some Oreos or Chips Ahoy. Both of them,
Hey.
both kids, boy and girl, both devoured the Oreo cookies and the croutons. So for one night, I can say for dinner, my kids had croutons and cookies.
Hey, they had the healthy. You just needed the salad
That's a
for the
dad
croutons.
fail. I mean, that's a dad fail, right? Like I failed as a parent. I fell asleep on my kid. I fell asleep on my shift, right? I fell asleep on the job. Like basically, if we were in combat, I'd be killed. And so would all my brothers.
There goes independence.
Yeah, and exactly,
Independence
there would
would
be
have been
no
ruined.
Independence Day because of me, because I fell asleep on the job. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's why I'm not in the military.
So what did you do? You whipped up there, you know, got up and whooped. You did a quick meal, or what'd you do? Just
No, I let them sleep. They had eaten.
they had fell asleep too. Oh,
They
okay.
were completely full of croutons and cookies and asleep. They were passed out. They may have been in some kind of sugar coma or carb coma. I don't know, but and I don't even know if those croutons were not expired. So, but they're still alive today. And we're moving on, but that's a dad fail. Like I failed at being a dad right there.
So the next morning, you were like, when they said good morning to you, you're like, okay, you're the croutons. Okay, You're the one making the
Yeah.
Oreos.
You see the Oreos and the teeth of my daughter and crouton. I smell garlic on my son's breath. Garlic croutons.
Wow,
Bad
that's
dad.
funny.
I'm a bad dad. What can I say? I'm a hero, but I'm a terrible father. And that's just the short of it.
That's funny.
Shout out, we got Greg Garcia out on
Greg
Facebook Live.
Garcia.
Greg
Ooh,
Garcia,
shout out to Greg Garcia.
Hey, that man's doing double duty because that man went to the soccer game at PayPal Stadium here in the Bay Area.
The earthquakes, huh?
No, it wasn't the earthquakes. It was
No?
some Mexican teams came over. It was like some tour that they're doing. So he was out there. I think it was America versus I can't remember the other team, but
Chivas.
No, it wasn't Chivas.
No.
But Greg's on here. So that dude went to the soccer game and he's so committed to the iDads podcast that he tuned into the live Facebook stream.
Nice.
So shout out, Greg.
Shout out to
much
Greg.
respect to you. Anyways, so
so
I shared my dad fail. You said you have some dad hacks for me.
Yes.
And I want to see them.
Definitely have it. It's probably the cheesiest dad hacks you've ever seen. But bro, you know what? It'll help somebody. You never know.
Eric, does it get any cheesier than that line you just told us where
together we have it all?
Together we have, what is it? We don't have it all together, but together we have it all.
Exactly. There you go. iDads.
That's beautiful. It doesn't get any cheesier than that. So show us your dad hack.
Okay. So had it, with the wife, we would shower my 3-year-old in the shower, and she really didn't like the water on her face, and so she would give us a little bit of a hard time trying to shower her to bathe her. So what I came up with, and this is because from our camping trip, you put her in the water. I got her some goggles.
Some shower goggles.
So as soon as I put those on, she let us put water over her head. We can shampoo her. She's more relaxed. She's seeing us. She doesn't get water in her eyes. She doesn't panic. It's a dad hack, bro. And anybody having trouble with water in their children's eyes, tell them they're going swimming and give them some goggles. See how well that works. I don't know. It works in my household.
First of all, I've never bought a pair of goggles that I can get to work properly and cinch up correctly to any child's face. So first of all, swim goggles are the worst invention I have ever laid eyes on because they never work properly. And you always get the water inside and in the eyes. And then you got to deal with the kid complaining about the water inside his eyes and constantly and tighten them. And you try to tighten them and the thing doesn't tighten. So you have a problem, right? For you have a problem. You have the shower problem. Child doesn't want to take a shower because
and it just helps because you're not going fully into the water. You're just putting some water over, protecting her eyes, and she's able to see, and it just feels comfortable with them on.
Brilliant. No, it's brilliant life hack. No, it's brilliant. What's the alternative? What was the alternative? Like duct tape her eyes? That would work.
I don't know. Probably put a bag over it. I don't know.
It would work. But that's not. So your hack, that's a good hack. That's not a dad fail. That's a dad hack. I'm gonna let you have that one.
I got a good one.
Despite my just utter disdain for swim goggles. I cannot stand those things. I can't stand when my son wants to wear them. I can't stand going swimming when he's wearing them. I'm just over those things. But kudos to you because it is a good dad hack.
I got another dad hack.
All right.
That's for all the parents. The hot days, you want to travel. So I was going to Stockton and my kids, they get thirsty. They want to stop by, get us something to drink. And it's like we're always stopping on the way over there. And just so I had to come up with something. So I came up with I bought a little cooler.
Bro, is that the ice chest I let you borrow a few months ago?
No, this one doesn't say the company name on it.
Oh, that one's different.
That was different.
That is different.
Why did you have to bring that one up?
Because you stole my ice chest straight up.
That's the company one. You left it here.
You stole my ice chest.
Well, anyways, I bought this little cooler, put it in the
Used
car.
the one that you borrowed from me. You didn't have
No,
to
it's
buy
that.
that
The
one.
other one's a lot bigger. You know, I use it for bigger parties.
Specific size cooler.
Specific size.
How
Yeah.
many quarts does that thing hold?
Let's see. It's a quarts. It's 5.8 gallons.
Oh,
So
gallons.
22 liters. Yeah. So it looks pretty. You know, it's small though. Put your ice here. You put your kids.
Couple 12 packs in there probably.
You can put a 12 pack in here easily, but you can put your juices and your kids' juices, waters. I mean, especially with the hot, summer days, you want to have something in your car. Put a little cooler in there. You don't have to stop at every gas station. You put it. You go at home. You fill it up at home. Put ice at home. Take it on the road.
So you can put a beer dad hack is not an ice chest, which isn't really a dad hack. That's been forever. But the dad hack is having an ice chest small enough that fits in your car, your vehicle, that you can constantly have beverages.
No, you got it all wrong. It's all wrong, man.
It's
having an ice chest that you can put some damn beer when you're going far.
Selfish then. It's selfish. That's not a dad hack then. It's really selfish.
Well, you can put some juices in here too as well.
Yeah, dual purpose. I got you.
Okay.
Type thing, right? Would you say?
No, it's good. It's good.
2 birds, 1 stone type thing, right?
Exactly.
I got you. I feel you. Hey, you are only going to get dad hacks like that by watching or listening to the iDad podcast. You are only going to get dad fails like mine watching or listening to the iDads podcast. And you have tonight or today or in the morning, whenever you're consuming this podcast, you've tuned into the iDad podcast. And we are so thankful that you have joined us. And all we ask is one simple thing. Eric, just one simple thing is all I ask. You want to know what it is?
What is it, man?
Hit the subscribe button.
Yee.
And then share it with a friend. That's one simple thing. It's 2 actions. You got to subscribe and then share, but it's one simple request to subscribe and share. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with the people you hate. If you have someone you want to annoy, send them this podcast. If you have someone you don't like, send them this podcast. If you have someone you love, send them this podcast. And if you have someone that you just don't know at all, send them the podcast.
Send them the podcast.
It's a win-win for everybody. I am your co-host, Matt. That man over there in puke green is my co-host, Eric. You've tuned in to the iDads podcast.
Stay tuned, people.
And live on Facebook. Stay tuned. We got some guests lined up for you. It's going to be some good stuff. Stay tuned. Yes. Subscribe and share. Come back for more fun. Come back for more craziness. We appreciate you. We respect you. We out.
High five.